Hello and welcome to Rise and Unwind. You know, each and every week I try to talk to people from across the country about things you could do in your neighborhood. And on this week's show, we got this.
I've always been very, very proud of the dance and performance achievements of the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders.
All of that and more right here on Rise and Unwind. Ever feel like finding a rental is harder than ever? Well, you're not alone. There are 46 million renters on the move this summer. So competition is fierce and a little bit pricey. So today we got Zillow's home trends expert, Amanda Pendleton, who is here with her top tips to help renters save time, money, and even land a few perks along the way. Welcome to the show, Amanda. How are you?
I'm doing great. Great to be here.
All right, let's start off with this first tip that you had. You say renters should search smarter. What does that actually look like?
Well, so we know the most affordable rentals are flying off the market in a matter of days. So speed really does give you that competitive advantage, and digital tools help here. So move-in date filters, pet-friendly toggles, 3D tours, interactive floor plans. All these tools can help you narrow down your options from the comfort of your living room. So you're touring fewer properties in person and you're ready to jump when the right one comes along.
And hidden costs. You got this warning. What should people be looking out for just beyond that monthly rental fee?
Yeah, they really do add up. The pet fees, the amenity fees, security deposit. Well, now on Zillow Rentals, we're unhiding all those hidden costs. You can get a full breakdown of your monthly charges, plus those one-time costs, and any additional fees that you may have to pay. And it's fully customizable too. So let's say you've got a cat and you've got a dog, but you don't have a car. You just check all the boxes. You see what your estimated monthly total would be. It's one of 5 new tools Zillow just launched last week. Really excited to get it on all listings on Zillow Rentals.
All right, that beats putting your cat in a dog costume every time the landlord comes by. All right, I love this next one. You say there's actually a way to save on application fees. How does that actually work?
So your typical application fee nationwide is $50, and most renters are submitting at least 2 of them. So Zillow's got one universal rental application, $35. You can apply to as many eligible properties as you'd like over a 30-day period. Save a bit of cash and also save the time of filling out all those forms.
All right, and your last tip, negotiating on concessions. What kind of things are actually negotiable in your rental agreement?
So if you're in a competitive rental market, you're not going to have a lot of leverage to negotiate on the rent itself, but you can ask for concessions. So that's a reduction in those pet fees, or maybe it's free parking, or it's 1 month of free rent. We know that 41% of all properties are already offering some type of concession. So if the property you're interested in isn't, that's a good place to start.
That's a way to do it. If someone wants to learn more, get started, where should they go?
Zillow.com/learn/renting is our renter resource center. Tons of tips there. And of course, if you're in the market for a new rental home, Zillow Rentals is the #1 most visited rentals network.
Amanda, thanks for joining us this morning and keeping our rents in check.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Have you ever thrown together a charcuterie board and wished it looked a little more curated? Well, you're in luck. National Wine and Cheese Day was Friday, and I think it's okay to continue the celebration. So we've got somebody with ideas to make sure that happens. So joining us is wine expert Samantha Capaldi, aka Samantha Sommelier, with simple pairings that can make everyday ingredients feel a little more gourmet. Welcome to the show, Samantha. How are you, my friend?
Thanks so much for having me. I'm doing great, and I love that we could continue the celebrations because it's always National Wine and Cheese Day in my mind, because this is the beauty of my job, is I get to share this cheese and wine with you.
I would say that I'm jealous of you, but that would be telling the truth. So
yeah, it's not a hard life. I can't lie to you right now.
Cheese all day.
I wish you were over here. We could be going to town on all these boards. They're ready to go.
I'm
They were
ready.
actually super easy to make.
All right. You say it's not about like fancy ingredients. It's about like how you pair them with each other. What's the secret to making basic snacks kind of like taste the next level?
Yeah, I love that question because I'm actually really bad at making aesthetically pleasing cheese and charcuterie boards. I like to take the fuss out of it where Cracker Barrel cheese comes into play because they have pre-sliced cheeses, keep our variety pack, as well as I love these little rich and bold cubes. So it makes it seem like I took a lot of dedication and time slicing everything up and making it look pretty, when in reality, I'm really bad at that. So I love that Cracker Barrel cheese took care of that for me. And then, of course, we have Josh Cellars wine, which I also could just go grab at my local grocery store and kind of give more time to what matters, which is enjoying your time with your friends, right? When you're eating the cheese and you're drinking the wine. So I'd love to share a couple of my go-to pairings with you.
All right, let's talk cheese and drinks. What are your go-to pairing combo that someone like me could pull off? Actually,
yeah,
someone more smarter than me could pull off.
Oh, no. So I'm a no snob sondan. Like I'm all about drinking what you love and not taking it too seriously. So I love having a simple but beautiful bubbly like this Prosecco. It's full of light fruit flavors, super crushable during the hot summer months, and having the complement of all of these Cracker Barrel cheeses in the variety pack and the cubes. So I was able to really fill up the board, make it look really enticing with minimal effort, which I love. And if you want to get a little wild, go grab some pickles. I have like 10 pickle jars in my fridge right now. So I always sprinkle some pickles on my cheese boards. It's one of my fun little hacks to add some extra salty, because bubbles complement salty really well. And if you want a non-alcoholic option, Josh also has a non-alcoholic sparkling. So you kind of have that room for everyone to enjoy. If you're more of a red wine lover, we have our Cabernet Sauvignon, and don't be shy to pair a little bit of sweet with it. I love adding some sweet strawberry or raspberry jam. And one of my favorites with this Cabernet Sauv is Cracker Barrel cheese's extra sharp yellow. It's really tangy, it's really rich. So think of that intensity complementing this Cab and bringing out all of those lush dark fruit flavors that we love in a Cabernet Sauv. And if you want something super approachable, Dan, I call this a porch pounder pairing. This is a rosé filled with fresh peaches, a little touch of citrus, floral notes. I want to be drinking this out on my patio, out on my porch all day when it's super hot. And again, I'm bringing back my rich and bold cheese cubes to make my board look pretty. And one of my other favorites, the cheese sticks that you could just grab and go. So if I want to go hop in the pool, have a Cracker Barrel cheese sticks, have a sip of rosé, it's just the perfect summer pairing.
All right. I also hear you have like a secret favorite pairing that might surprise people. What's something that we can't expect? Yeah. Or we wouldn't expect?
I mean, I have a lot up my sleeve, I'm not gonna lie, but one that I've been personally enjoying lately is adding some spicy heat to my cheeses. So I think a lot of us have spicy honey at home, or you can make some yourself. You have the ingredients in your kitchen, and add a little bit of spicy honey to Cracker Barrel cheese's extra sharp white. It's really crumbly, so you kind of crumble and the honey soaks into the texture, and you're just getting like this kick of heat and spice with this big tangy rich flavor of the cheese. And what the pairing needs the most is a sip of this rosé, and you're just going to be in summer heaven, getting those fruit notes, that tang, that spice. It's one of my go-tos, and I hope that you're able to try it and feel a little bit less intimidated now.
I am less intimidated.
Good, that was the goal.
I'm just a big fan of cheeses, my friend. I'm just a big fan of cheeses. So bring them on. Where can we go for more information, or maybe even get some more clever ideas?
Yeah, go check out some more inspo at crackerbarrelcheese.com, as well as their Instagram, Cracker Barrel Cheese. And you can always come to me at Samantha Sommelier for any questions. I am the no snob som. There are no wrong questions. I'm always here to help you find delicious cheese and wine pairings.
Samantha Sommelier will show you the way with cheese and wine pairings, my friend. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
If you've been craving an escape packed with flavor, culture, and fun, New Orleans might be calling your name. From world-class festivals to once-in-a-generation sporting events, the Crescent City is serving up something for everyone this summer and fall. So joining us live from New Orleans are award-winning chef Kevin Belton and Kelli Schultz from New Orleans & Company to share what's in store. Welcome to the show, you two. How are you?
Doing great.
Thank you so much.
All right. What's right at the top of the must-see list for anyone planning a trip to New Orleans this summer?
Well, the must-do thing and to experience is New Orleans food. In fact, we have an entire festival for the month of August called Culinary New Orleans, which Chef is going to talk about. So, many people think summer slows down in New Orleans. That is not the case at all this year. In fact, Travel and Leisure magazine named New Orleans one of the top places to visit during the month of August. So lots of great events, food, music, culture is a quick flight away. No excuses not to come visit us.
Oh man, food is always the center of any trip, and I like this culinary idea. Can you explain what it's all about and how visitors can take part?
Well, here's the deal. Culinary, you got to put on your baggy pants because we have over 100 restaurants that participate in this. So they run specials for lunch, for dinner. So a 2-course lunch could be anywhere for $28 or under, or a $58 3-course dinner. But what's nice is this year, Culinary made 21 years. So 21 years old, that means they can drink. So a lot of places are offering cocktail specials. So imagine a cocktail in this city.
I'm down with that. What do you got for a cocktail that's easy to whip up and kind of feel special?
Everybody loves just a quick martini. But to go with that, how about a little ceviche made with some Louisiana shrimp? I took tomatoes, cucumber, red onion, jalapenos, fresh lime juice, fresh orange juice, and a little salt and pepper, just for a little summer treat.
Oh, I know festival season doesn't end when summer ends too. What's a big cultural or music events that kind of keeps going even through fall?
Well, coming up is the Satchmo Summerfest, which is a 2-day event where you can get fantastic food, listen to live music over a few different stages, and that's all about the life and legacy of Louis Armstrong. We also have the Southern Decadence Festival, which happens over Labor Day weekend. We have NOLA by NOLA, which is, again, if you love music, you can come to many different venues around New Orleans over an 11-day period and get 300 different musical acts in every genre of music that you can imagine. So we also are really good at hosting sporting events here in New Orleans. We just had the Super Bowl coming up next month. We have NOLA Pickle Fest. Pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in America. And we have our own take on that with the NOLA Pickle Fest at our convention center. It involves Drew Brees and his foundation. So you can come and enjoy pickleball as a participant or as an observer and have a little bit of New Orleans flair at that festival. And in August, we're also hosting the Gymnastics Championship. So these amazing athletes are on their path to the Olympics, so you can get tickets and stay cool. And when you're done, come to a hotel like this one, the Windsor Court. Beautiful property with this gorgeous rooftop pool. There's a nice breeze out here. So there are lots of ways to come and stay cool and go to some really cool events too.
Thank you, too, for joining me this morning. Where can people learn more and maybe plan their trip?
Hey, I tell you what, if you go to neworleans.com, you can see a list of all the participating restaurants, plus all the events that's going on. So y'all got to come on over. Hey, viens ici, chef.
All right. Thank you, Chef, for keeping it cool with your culinary. And hey, Kelly, thanks for joining us this morning, too. So thank you, too, for joining me. Do you ever get to the pharmacy counter and feel like you need to take out a second mortgage just to fill your prescriptions? Well, you're not alone. Nearly a third of Americans are skipping meds because of the cost. So joining us today is Divya Iyer, a consumer healthcare expert at SVP and GoodRx. She's got some practical tips that actually could save you money the next time you hit the pharmacy. Welcome to the show, Divya. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's true, those prescription costs, they feel more expensive more than ever. Do you know why?
They do feel more expensive. Today, consumers are navigating what feels like the wild west of prescription medication pricing. And there are a few reasons why. Inflation is driving up the cost of essentials across the board, and that includes healthcare services and prescription medicines. Secondly, insurance is getting more complex and restrictive. Insurance may not cover your drug at all, or there may be additional steps that can delay treatment. Research at GoodRx has shown that 1 in 5 Americans faced insurance hassles at the pharmacy counter last year. Even if insurance does cover your medication, Americans today are faced with higher out-of-pocket costs. In fact, last year, Americans spent over $60 billion on out-of-pocket costs filling their prescriptions.
And we hear that a lot of people are like skipping their meds. What kind of impact is that having?
People are skipping their meds, they're rationing their medicines, and that actually leads to worse health outcomes and higher costs in the long term. But the biggest impact we see is that 1 in 3 Americans are not picking up their prescription at the pharmacy counter. That's over 1 billion prescriptions on an annual basis. And then finally, people are also dipping into their savings or taking on additional debt to deal with their prescription costs.
And so what are some of the easy things we could do to kind of lower our out-of-pocket costs?
First and foremost, consumers have resources that can help them find savings information on prescription medicines. Most folks may not know that prescription prices can vary from one pharmacy to the next, upwards of $100. So taking the time to do your research before going to the pharmacy counter can result in significant savings. First, go to goodrx.com or use the GoodRx app on your phone, search for the medication that you've been prescribed, and GoodRx will show you prices in your area, so you can compare costs in real time. Once you select your pharmacy, just remember to have GoodRx ready to show at the pharmacy counter when you go to pick up your prescription. It's that simple.
So when it comes to price shopping, how much of a difference can it really make?
GoodRx can save people 80% on their generic medicines. And GoodRx also has ways to save on brand medications. Like I mentioned, these prices fluctuate from pharmacy to pharmacy. So GoodRx is that reliable one-stop shop where folks can go to research savings and support information across all the medicines that they're taking.
All right, Divya, where can people go learn more and find savings tools that you did mention?
People can go to goodrx.com or use the GoodRx app on their phone, and they will be able to find savings across medicines and answers to the most commonly asked health questions as well.
Divya Iyer, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You ever feel like your eyes need a back-to-school reset too? Between screen time overload and overlooked checkups, Gen Z's eye health might be falling through the cracks. From high school students to college-bound teens, vision problems can show up in ways you don't expect. Joining us today is optometrist Dr. Lukenga with advice to help young eyes stay focused, literally. Welcome, Dr. Lukenga. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. All right, it's kind of a hectic time of year. How can parents tell if their Gen Z kids actually need a full eye exam before heading back to school?
Every kid needs an eye examination because a lot of these, as you mentioned, eye problems kind of fly under the radar. And the best way to discover them is have them schedule a full eye exam with their eye doctor.
And what are some of the signs that a teen or a young adult might be ready to try contacts?
First thing is to talk to your teen and find out what their interests and needs are, but also pay attention to their hobbies, the sports that they're involved in, and the other extracurriculars that they have, because they may be affecting their performance, having to take their glasses off and on constantly or not being able to wear their glasses at all. In addition to that, just the child's confidence level. They might be interested in having a solution for their vision problems that doesn't involve having to put on a pair of glasses. And that's probably a good time to talk to them about contact lenses.
And there are lots of options out there. Can you break down what's available and why one might be a little better than another?
The contact lens technology that we have today is incredible. And specifically, the Precision family of contact lenses gives us performance with contacts that we haven't had in the past. My go-to lens, the number one lens that I prescribe in my office, is called Precision One. It's a single-use, daily disposable contact lens, which is increased the comfort and the performance of contact lens wear amongst all my patients. It has the added technology that gives you comfort and clarity even after hours and hours of screen use throughout the day. That's my go-to. It's a healthy, clean choice, fresh lens every single day. But if that's not appropriate for the patient, then we have now a 7-day contact lens called Precision 7. It's the only lens that uses a technology called Active Flow, which gives that same excellent, long, comfortable performance all the way up till the end of the week. So Precision 7 and Precision 1 are the contact lenses that provide technology that is demanded by the screen time and what kids need today.
And we all spend way too much time like staring at a screen. What do you think like even Gen Z could do to protect their eyes because they're on digital devices all day long?
Right. And we're not going to get away from it anytime soon. So again, going back to the eye examination, that's important because your doctor can find out if there's going to be some major issues. But wearing the correct eyewear is really critical. And if it's contact lenses, the lens I talked about, Precision 1 and 7, they have some of the unique factors that are necessary to help them perform well when they're on their screens. In addition to that, we just recommend the basics. Take frequent breaks, limit screen time, and just reduce the total exposure they have in order to enhance their comfort and reduce the long-term problems that might be caused by it.
All right, doctor, if someone's watching this and wants to learn more, where's the best place to start?
Best place to start is go to precision.myalcon.com. There you'll be able to learn more about these contact lenses and how they're going to benefit your child.
Thanks for joining us this morning, doctor.
Thank you.
Let's face it, summer can be fun, but it also comes with a not-so-fun price tag. Between travel, camp, and groceries, it all adds up pretty fast. But what if you had an extra $1,000 to play with? Personal finance expert Michela Allocca is here with insights from a new Xfinity mobile survey and some practical ways to make your summer budget go further. Welcome to the show, Michela. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, can you walk us through some of these survey results? What are people saying they do with that extra $1,000 this summer?
Yeah, so the survey really first and foremost took a closer look at how people are feeling about their wireless provider. And what we found is, 1 in 4 people are actually pretty open to switching providers, but the biggest driver really is the cost. So if you're an Xfinity Internet customer and you want to switch over to Xfinity Mobile, you could save up to, if not more than, $1,000 a year. And you can figure out exactly how much money you'd save with their online savings calculator over on the website. You just got to enter in your provider and your bill, and it'll run those calculations for you.
With some of these survey answers, what were some of the more unexpected responses that stood out to you?
Yeah, well, what was really surprising is over 40% of the people that we surveyed said they would use the money on summer travel. So that's domestic travel and also travel internationally. So outside of the travel, though, some of the most popular answers were generally pretty regular summer activities like going to concerts, amusement parks, hitting the beach, things like that. But if you're someone who's falling in that travel camp and you're looking to explore, but you're worried about your wireless coverage, you don't have to be. Xfinity's got you covered. They have a super reliable network and a global travel pass. So whether you are doing a staycation or you are traveling internationally, you're going to have service wherever you go.
In the notes, it said you guys were talking about breaking free from the big three. What does that mean, and what's that all about?
Yeah, so this is a campaign that Xfinity started about 5 years ago, and really the goal was to encourage people to take a closer look at their wireless bill. In the summertime, we're spending more money, we're looking for more ways to save. So really ask yourself, is the service that I'm getting from these big 3 wireless providers truly worth the steep price? And are the features giving me the value that I'm seeking?
All right. What's one simple thing that our viewers could do today to try to put more money into their own pockets?
Yeah, so especially in the summertime, we're doing a lot more socializing. I like to encourage people to look for ways to socialize on a budget. So either free or low cost ways to get together with your friends or, a bunch of different families getting together. What I encourage people to do is focus on community resources. So generally your community has tons of free public spaces, parks, beaches, playgrounds, splash pads that you can use to gather and get all of your friends together. Also, a lot of communities have free community events and activities. So make sure you're taking advantage of that so that you can actually keep more money in your pocket.
All right, elevate your summer by doing some free things. That sounds great. Where can we learn more?
You can head to xfinity.com/mobile.
Michela, thanks for joining us this morning.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Do you ever wonder what it really takes to earn one of the most iconic uniforms in sports? I would love one, but I wouldn't look good in it. Season 2 of America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, just dropped on Netflix, and it gives us an all-access pass to the high-pressure world of DCC auditions, training camp, and the life under those stadium lights. So joining us today is longtime DCC director Kelli Finglass, along with current squad members Jada McLean and Reese Weaver, here with a sneak peek behind the Pom-Poms. Welcome to the show, you three. How are you?
Good morning.
Great.
All right. This new season really takes viewers deeper than it has ever done before. What made you want to tell more of the story this time around, Kelli?
Well, it's a beautiful story. It's beautiful people, and I've always been very, very proud of the dance and performance achievements of the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, but Netflix has now put a new lens on the cheerleaders as individuals, and you get to see this beautiful, complex life of Jada, and you see Reese's personal story, getting married, and her experiences with being a new bride. It's just it's captivating, and they're all someone that different people can relate to and be inspired from.
Jada and Reese, what was it like to have cameras following you along your journey? I have a hard time with the ones that are in this room.
Yeah.
Did anything surprise you about like watching it back after everything?
I mean, I wasn't too surprised just because, for one, we lived it. But I think we have a great camera team. I think they do their best to just be there. They don't really, force anything. They don't try to get in the middle of, anything going on. They kind of just hang around and film. So everything is very authentic, and it is really how it, was lived out. They're just there to capture it.
The show really captures how intense the training process is. What kind of pressure do you guys as dancers face both physically and emotionally?
I think, as dancers, we, from a very young age, we're constantly looking at ourselves in the mirror, and we're trying to learn technique and moves and all sorts of things in the mirror. And I think that can sometimes negatively have an effect on dancers as they grow older with comparison or wanting to have certain strengths that other girls have. But I think that for us, we all know that we are cream of the crop, and we do our best in everything that we do, but we also push ourselves. And so I'm just really grateful for the sisterhood that we have and that camaraderie of making sure that we're the best in all that we do.
And you get to see a lot of sisterhood and personal growth this season. How has being part of the DCC changed your lives beyond the field?
Yeah, I've met some of my best friends on this team, and truly they've shaped me. They've taught me a lot about myself. They've taught me a lot about, being a good friend, being a good teammate, and being a good human being. So I'm grateful for these women. They are a lot more beautiful on the inside than they are on the outside. I know that's probably hard to believe, but I think they are amazing individuals, and I'm just so grateful to be surrounded by people like them.
I want to thank you three for joining me this morning. If you love football, dance, or just that great underdog story, check out America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, now streaming on Netflix. Thank you three for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
And that's it for Rise and Unwind. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you actually want to be on the show, go to our website. That's riseunwindtv.com. Fill out the form, send it on in, and maybe you could be on a future episode. Follow our YouTube channel. That's at Rise Unwind TV. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the stuff that those YouTubers say. It all helps us out too. And until next week, that was Rise and Unwind.
Valentine, string your magic arrow, pierce it through my heart. Valentine, bring me love and sorrow. It's not fair to leave me in the dark. Every year I write you something different. Every tear's a fight. Maybe I don't deserve it. It's not fair to leave me in the dark. Valentine, I'm so blue. Every time, nothing new. Valentine, I won't wait.